Now introducing Keira Washington.
Imagine your hands, the inside of your hands. Now imagine the roots of a tree. Do you see some similarities? Now each mature tree will eventually die. And the death of a tree is essential for the growth of another. Now in elementary school, we learned as those round things on the inside of the tree, we learned that they were rings. And those rings, they are the history, they are the timeline, and they are the history of this particular tree. Now, think back of the inside of your hands. And now what history lies in you? Now that I have you thinking, ring number one. March of 2002, I sat on the corner of Highland and Penn Avenue in an Animaniacs t-shirt, and I wondered why I felt like I was being cursed. And all I could imagine in my head was a 60-year-old charge nurse say, "Sweetheart, get out of here. This is not where you want to be. God gave you a gift. Now handle it with care." I felt as though she helped me choose life. September of that same year, Beauty was born. And little did I know, depression set in. But with the grace of God, a patient, loving, and strong mother, my mother helped me become a mother and know how to love. And I looked at that child, this screaming thing, and I was told that this child was my diamond in the rough. Ring number two. Well, sometimes you give, and sometimes you receive. Sometimes you receive, and sometimes you give. And unwillingly, I had to give one back. I asked God and begged him for his forgiveness, but he assured me that this was not a fault of my own. And he gave me peace. Ring number three. In 2005, I sat on the edge of my bed in agonizing labor, and I said, "Lord God, could I go through this again?" And God assured me that everything would be okay. And the next day, I held the light of truth in my arms. I realized that everything in my life had lined up perfectly. That God had gave the ancestors this blessing and gave me these five beings that would grow to change the world. I also look in the mirror and I see these grays of wisdom, these bags of foresight. And I see these wrinkles of happiness. And for that, I say Asante Sana. I thank you for these rings. God, I thank you for these rings that is in this tree. To Amari Zion, to the child that I had to give back. To Naru Sadiq, to Nayela Zaire, to Zadaya Bernice, and to Zende Lee, I say, Ashe.